What's up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of Persona 5 The Daybreakers, the OVA, the animation. This was a pleasant surprise as I wasn't expecting to see this anime this quick. Maybe because I was thrown off by the times. I mean, this animation is a part of the 20th anniversary of Persona, and over in Japan, Persona 5 comes out September 15th, which would make sense that this is coming out for them to watch. But here in the States, we don't get it until Valentine's Day, which is already bad enough that we're getting a game this big on Valentine's Day, as I can tell you that Persona is definitely my favorite RPG series of all time. I got into this series with Persona 4 and I went back and played Persona 3. Persona 4 is probably my favorite RPG of all time, next to probably like Chrono Triggers. I absolutely love the world of Persona, and I am so hyped for Persona 5 that I actually thought about importing it because I really don't want to wait until February to play this game. However, it will be hard trying to translate what's going on in a Japanese RPG. So with that being said, I'm just going to be waiting out till February like everyone else. But with that being said, Persona 5, The Daybreakers, the animation, basically this episode was kind of like a prologue to get you into the world of what Persona 5 is going to be about, and introduce you to some of the characters to get you on your way for the game, as it is a nice point to start off, and it's a nice jumping on point for everybody because the Persona universes aren't connected, so each one, much like Final Fantasy, is its own world, and this animation is a good thing for you to jump on and see what you're getting into, as this group of kids is vastly different than what we've seen in the other Persona games. Like Persona 3, we had the SES, who were like a student council that battled the darkness within. And then Persona 4 had almost like a Scooby-Doo type of gang of kids trying to solve murders that were done by people's, bad intentions. With Persona 5, we're dealing with a group of individuals who go by the name of the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. And their mission is basically to cleanse the ill intent within people, but they're seen as anti-heroes by the police. However, they're basically fighting to cleanse the evil from within, much like every Persona, as it's the darkness within people that manifest themselves into the monsters that these kids fight. And we get basically an idea of what that world is about with this animation. Now, as far as background info on what this is being done by, first and foremost, the animation itself, as well as for in the game, is done by Production IG. So there's no need to tell you how they go in. You're familiar with their work. You watch Kuroko no Basketball, you watch Ghost in the Shell, you watch all those beastly type of anime. So that gives you an idea of how the animation goes in. And of course, the soundtrack for this animation was also the same that's going to be used in the game, and it is composed by the god Shoji Meguro. But man, the music goes in this animation. I'm loving the opening theme and the battle theme that they used throughout this episode, and a good glimpse of the world is the Phantom Thieves. They're walking around, they're looking for a mission, and they're on a subway, and then they're looking around and they're looking at their phone to find something, and then a train goes by, and then after the train goes by, they are immersed into this peripheral world that they fight in. And as soon as the train went by and the scene changed almost to like the upside down type of world, that soundtrack went in, and I was just sitting there just Meguro always goes in with the music every Persona. Definitely one of my favorite composers there as well. So the animation is on par for this. The music is definitely on par for this, but overall, what is the story about? Once again, we don't get too many names because, again, this was supposed to be like an intro into the game itself. We have in the game, of course, is going to be our silent protagonist, but it seems like he is going to talk in this one, so that's good. That's a big step up since the animation and quality and everything in video games went up to the point where they can do this type of thing. But so far, we just know that the leader's name is Joker, and he has a couple of other people with him as well. There's Joker, there's the blind kid that everybody jokes and calls Naruto. His name is actually going to be Ryuji. There's the blonde hair girl, or the girl with the pigtails, named Annie, and it's the cool, calm, collective artist by the name of Yusuke. They are the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, and again, their mission is to cleanse out the ill intent of people within. We get little tidbits of what the story is going to be about because they are seen as a vigilante group, and there is a detective who's actually on a newscast saying basically, I'm going to bring them in no matter what. So there's your overarching story of what's going on with them. But overall, once we get into the animation, and also I forgot to mention, there's also another cat by the name of Morgiana, and it looks like a regular cat. Then when they go into the world and everybody transforms and put their mask on, it turns to a mascot cat. It's like, what kind of troll is that? It was already a cat, so they just make it a bigger, cuter cat. I thought it would be a monster or something like that. Of course, I knew that from the game already, but you know, at face value, that's what you would expect. So that's what we're dealing with. That's the characters. That's the groundwork as this team is put together to basically take out these monsters within. And that's where the true essence of the series comes in. So the Phantoms work off of this website called Ask a Thief, where people send in tips about things that they are worried about or that they feel. And the episode focuses on this kid who is a gang leader. He's a gang leader and they steal things, they break in, steal money, they do a whole bunch of devious things. However, they are tipped off to their next job by the Ask a Thief website by someone. And the kid is wondering, like, how did they find out about this? I didn't go to it. I thought about going to this site myself, but I never did it. So who told on me? It finds out that it was actually the little brother of the thug who basically said, I'm scared of my older brother. I think he is going to kill me. Please help me. So the Phantoms get these type of cries for people, and when they find it, that is when they are shifted into this parallel world, and that's when they do their work. As we find out that this thug basically relieves his stress by stealing things and also beating up on his little brother, as he has so much regret for him, to the point where he said he was actually going to kill him. And the little brother reported this to the Phantoms because he was in fear for his life, because his brother's just dastardly and beats the crap out of him for no reason. And that's where the essence of Persona comes in, as it's these type of evil, this type of ill intent that lives within people that becomes a monster for our team to fight. As we get to see everybody's persona go in. The animation was clean, of course, because it's production IG. There are some times where it kind of shifts back and forth between great animation and kind of like video game animation, but it's not enough to kill you. And once that music comes in again by the great Meguro, man, it was nice to see everybody tag teaming, using their personas to fight this monster. As he's saying, my little brother, he's scum, he's a piece of shit. He always holds me back. I'm tired of him. I don't like him. These guys I have doing these jobs for me, they're just stepping stones for me to get more money. The darkness within the heart of this person truly did manifest into a monster that our team was able to face down and fight. However, once they defeated it, you know, it's cleansed, and then they get a key, like some type of treasure. And I don't want to give away too much information about what's going on in the story, because there are some things that I feel you should see yourself and it shouldn't spoil you, especially if you're going to get into the game. However, when they do defeat someone with the ill intent, they are cleansed, and they basically just confess their sins to what they're going to do. This guy, he's basically crying his eyes out, telling the police, I did it, I'm sorry, I'm a domestic abuser, these are people with me. He pretty much sung like a canary as everybody is taken to jail, and the day is saved by the Phantom Thieves, which leave you to wonder, why do the police think these guys are a vigilante unit if they're doing things like this? That's why I always say Persona is not always as it seems, and there's a little bit at the end that makes you think that as well. So definitely recommend watching this. Even if you're not into Persona, I think just watching this will get you interested in it, and you might just pick up the game yourself. I know I am. I already have mine down. Just gotta wait until that long February launch to get it. So it was a very good episode. It was a very clean episode. Nice introduction into the Persona world, and I cannot wait to dive back into it myself. So again, this is on Crunchyroll. It's only 24 minutes, so it's not like it's a long movie or anything. It's just a regular episode you could watch out your day. Definitely give it a shot, at least for the music itself, because I cannot wait to get a hold of that soundtrack. So guys, let me know what you thought of this video and what you think of Persona if you're going to watch it in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like, as it really does help the channel. If you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As you can see, there is not a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube, but you chose to listen to me. And I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. Persona! See you soon.